Welcome to my vertical obsession, and today we are talking about That Missing Rockstar Is My Husband on DramaWave. So this one stars Cayman Cardiff as Shane Redford, Elizabeth Montanaro as Chloe Beller, Michael Ursu as Troy Mason, Tori Kay as Amber Beller. So, about this series, after a tour bus crash kills his band, rock legend Shane Redford vanishes. 18 months later, a music teacher befriends a bearded busker, not realizing he's the missing king of rock. When a rescue ends in marriage, she winds up with a husband and has no idea he's the most famous rock star in the world. So, jump right into the overview. After the death of his bandmates because their tour bus crashed, Shane feels he can't continue on with music, so he takes off and vanishes from the public eye, leading everyone to wonder, is he still alive? 18 months later, after everything had happened, Shane's playing his guitar outside music teacher's classroom for change. He befriends the music teacher, Chloe, who tells him all about this music festival she and her sister, Amber, have entered with the help of her boyfriend, Troy, only to learn moments later that her boyfriend and sister are hooking up and have betrayed her. Even though he wanted to stay out of it, Shane couldn't watch Chloe get attacked by them, so he jumps in and defends her. Now, with her sister doing the festival solo and throwing Chloe away like she was nothing, Chloe is heartbroken. Shane steps in and offers to help her in the festival and to be her husband to upstage her sister. Now they're fighting to prove themselves against Amber and Troy, while Shane is still trying to keep his rock star status a secret. The more time they spend together, the more they fall for each other. Shane keeps trying to tell Chloe the truth, but something always stops him. He's determined to make sure Chloe gets to sing in the festival, even if it means the world finds out where he is. Shane just wants Chloe to have everything she's always wanted. He's not going to let anything get in her way. She's the one he doesn't want to walk away from, which is a little throw back to a line at the very beginning of the series from his bandmate Dex, who said that one day you'll find a girl that you don't want to walk away from. So I had to throw that in there. So some of the things that I had said about the series is that I loved the music in the series. I felt the songs were really catchy tunes, and you could probably listen to them over and over again. And I love how much music was in the series, and it almost felt like the music was a character in itself in this series. And I loved that they did that. And I was not expecting that at all. But then again, I don't know what I was really expecting from the series, because when I first saw it, it was just the description. There was no trailer, which I'm very sad that DramaWave has kind of done away with the trailers for their coming soon shows and series, because I really enjoyed those. And that really helps get a sense of what the series is about. So I love when series have trailers you can watch and get a feel for what the storyline is and whether or not you want to watch it. Sometimes the description isn't enough, but for this one it was, and it made me want to watch it. That, and because the poster definitely looked like Cayman, and I was like, yes please, I want to watch this. But we'll get more into that a little bit later. So one of the other things I said is, how did no one recognize Shane? So I could understand when he was outside the music studio or outside the music classroom and he had the beard on. Sometimes that kind of changes how you look, or how a guy looks, beard or no beard. So I can understand that. But once he shaved, I'm like, he kind of looked just like Shane, and no one questioned it. It's like not even a single person went, you know, you look similar to that Shane Redford fella. I feel like there should have been at least like one of those, and then he could have been like, you know, I get that a lot. Kind of like a throwaway like that. I feel like maybe they should have done that, but it seemed weird that no one noticed him for the longest time, because I mean, he's been missing for 18 months. He's been on the news. We've seen that, but no one questioned him. No one went, you look like him? Do you know him? That part kind of was like, I feel like someone would have. And I know at one point after Chloe and Shane sang at Chloe's grandparents' anniversary, Troy was like, he sounds just like Shane Redford. It's like, but no, that can't be him. He wouldn't marry Chloe. It's like, I feel like that should have been another person too to do that. But I guess might have revealed his identity a little bit sooner. Because, I mean, even with the beard, his own staff recognized him when he went to the hotel. So I'm like, how did no one in this town recognize him? That was just the one, like, slightly unbelievable thing in my mind. Unless no one in this town had seen the news. But I feel like, considering the fact that when they walked into Chloe's grandparents' house, she was watching the news. And then the grandfather eventually realized who he was. So I'm like, I feel like someone should have caught on or at least asked. Like, had it be a throwaway line. Because like I said, they could have just simply said, you look just like, and then he can be like, yeah, I get that a lot, type of thing. So one of the other things that I had said was that I felt like Dax had kind of led Shane to Chloe. So as I had said earlier, Dax had said to him before the bus crashed that he was going to find a girl one day that he wasn't going to want to walk away from. And then bus crash happened. He ended up taking Dax's hat. And I think as a way to kind of help Shane heal from this tragedy is Dax help lead him to Chloe, lead him to the spot right outside where Chloe teached music. And I want to choose to believe that because that led Shane to helping Chloe, falling for Chloe, eventually marrying and falling in love with Chloe and finding this happiness and getting back on that stage to perform. So I want to believe that Dax, even though he was gone, that his spirit and he helped lead Shane to where he needed to be at that specific point in his life. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's where I choose to believe this story and backstory of how he landed there. And I'm going to stick with it. That's what I see. And that is what I choose to believe, is that Dax helped him find Chloe, who is just what he needed. And I mean, some people don't always believe that others help guide you, but sometimes you're in the right place at the right time and it works out. So I choose to believe that there are signs and people send you them, especially those you love. So that's why I like to believe that it was Dax who led him to Chloe. And then one of the other things that I had said is that I would so love to see more verticals like this, because I see that we're starting to see a bit more musical type verticals. I mean, we got Keys to Your Heart, 99 Charms, the one on Real Short, that it's like backstage drama, but it's on Real Short. So we had that one, and now we have this one. And I love that we're seeing like an uptick with kind of musical verticals. And I hope that trend continues because I would love to see more of them, especially with some of these talented actors who can sing as well. It's like, bring them on. I know they're little short clips, 1 to 2 minutes long, but you can still get a song in there too. So it's possible. I'd love to see more of them. I know probably won't see a musical vertical anytime soon. Maybe. I think that would kind of be fun if it was done right. I'd be interesting to see if that was something that could be done and how it would be done. But I think it would be fun. But I do love that we're getting some verticals with musical elements or that have bands that actually are singing or artists who are singing in these verticals. So I would love to see more of those. And I think I mentioned that too in my Keys to My Heart review. So it's definitely something I would love to see more of, and I kind of hope we continue to see an uptick of those trends. But what I would also love to see with the uptick of that is the songs to be released as well, something that you can download and listen to, because sometimes these songs are catchy and they're fun and you want to listen to them again without pulling up the whole series. So I think that would be fun for them to do, is be able to kind of drop them so you can download them and add them to your iTunes or your Spotify. So would love to see that as well. So those were just a little bit of my notes. I probably could have more, but I wanted to talk about this series because I have been dying for this one. So I wanted to jump right into it. So I was trying to do everything like the other day to get this, so that way we were good and ready for recording. It's like when I first saw this on the list of series coming soon for DramaWave, I was like, yes. Like I said earlier, because I saw came in on the poster and was like, yes, I love his series. I know I haven't done a review for his series yet, so this is the first one. I have so many that I want to do. I just haven't written them up yet, but I have so many. But yeah, so I saw that and I was like, yes, I want it. And then it just like kept not coming out, or there was no announcement of when it would drop. And I'm like, so is this not ever coming out? Is this going to be one of those ones that like 2 months later it finally comes out? Because I know that happened with another DramaWave series. It was like a Christmas time one, and I kept seeing it saying it was going to drop a certain time, and then suddenly it was coming soon and it didn't drop. And then like, I think closer to the end of January, maybe, I finally saw like ads for it on like Instagram and Facebook, and I was like, oh, it finally dropped. So I don't quite understand how that works with DramaWave, because sometimes they have ones that they announce and then suddenly they're not dropping. So I'm like very confused by that. So this one, because it stayed in like the coming soon for the longest time, I was like, this one's not gonna come out. I'm never gonna get to see this one. So to see that it finally dropped, I was like, finally. I opened DramaWave so fast to watch this series because I have been dying to see it, and it did not disappoint one bit. I loved everything about it. It was just so cute and lovely, and like I said, the music was so good, and yeah, I'm so shocked about how much music was in this series. I did not expect that. It's like, I knew it was about a rock star being married to someone, and I think my brain kind of just thought, okay, well, he's going to be said to be this rock star, but we're never actually going to see them or him perform. It's just going to be like, he's just a legend and now you're married to him. Because I feel that's kind of how some of the verticals have gone, when it's like, oh, well, they're this music legend. But I was so thrilled to see all this music and how much was in it. And it's just, and I think that helped elevate this a little bit, about all the music that was in it and how catchy the music was, and how you actually got to hear the song, that they didn't just start the song and then cut away and suddenly it's over. So I love that factor too, because I feel like that's happened sometimes, where it's like at the very end of one episode, it will start something and then cut to the next episode and, oh, done. Okay. Everyone's cheering and clapping. So you're like, wait, we don't even get to see this? So I was very happy that we actually got to hear the song, see the performances, especially during the festival. That I loved too, that we got to see both Amber and Chloe performing. Loved it. And one of the other things that I had said about how the series was that I didn't want it to end. I wanted it to continue, and I was like, no, don't end. I want more. Please, give me more. It was just one of those ones that you just get so sucked into that it's just like, you're so sad when you get to the end and you're like, wait, no, this is it? Please, give me more. Give me a sequel. I can't. So I definitely felt that with this series. I had said how, while the series is one that started off sad, it turned around and ended in such a positive note. And I also pointed out how both Shane and Chloe were able to take the bad things in their life. Shane with his band dying and feeling like he can't continue music because he doesn't have them and he lost them. And Chloe with being thrown aside by her sister, losing her boyfriend, her music, and just being tossed aside like she was nothing. The two were able to take those bad things in their lives and by being together, help each other heal. So Chloe helped Shane heal through the hurt of losing his family as his band members who were like family to him and feeling like he can't continue music. And Chloe, again, with the not losing her sister, but her music, her chance to perform, and all that's gone on. The two of them are able to help each other heal. They both have broken hearts. They both feel like life has beat them down, and they've come together and they've found a way to make things better because of each other. It's like they're two halves that come together and are whole, in a sense. So said that they were the exact thing each needed to see the light in the darkness. I loved how that was kind of like the tone of the series. Shane helped Chloe get on stage, and Chloe helped Shane not only write that love song, because he's never written a love song before, and then he meets Chloe, and she's able to help him write that long song, but she also helped him play music again and kind of bring himself back out of hiding. Because he was helping her in this festival, it kind of sparked something in him and kind of helped bring him back out, because he at one point didn't care if people knew he was the king of rock as long as Chloe was happy and was able to get on stage and sing. So I kind of love that the two of them healed each other in this. And I think that's why it was so easy for the two of them to kind of like fall in love with each other, is because they were exactly what each other needed to help them in these difficult times. So there was so much in the series, and I want to dive deeper into it, and some of the words I'm trying to think of are just not coming to me, but I did. I loved everything about the series. I felt it had a really great message. The characters were great. Chemistry was great. Songs were great. It was fun, adorable, and I loved every minute of it. And would 100% watch it again. I highly recommend it. You should definitely check it out. I also love how with DramaWave, some of their exclusive series, they have extras. So most of the time it tends to be like behind the scenes clips or interviews with the cast. And one of them for this particular series is a music video for the song that Shane's band performs at the very beginning. So I love that it was like a longer version and there was actually like kind of like a music video for it. So that was kind of fun to watch. So I love that. I do love that they do the extras like that. So it's fun to watch behind the scenes stuff, because I know some of the Instagrams for these different apps do that. They'll post behind the scenes clips and stuff like that. But I love that the DramaWave app posts it with the series itself. So it's a fun little extra thing. So for this series, I gave it a rating of 7.8 out of 10. And I know that seems low, and I was actually shocked by it too, because I was like, wait, but I feel like it should be higher, which I kind of wish it was. I probably should have, because I loved everything about this. And I think one of the things that I just kind of like gave it a dock on was the whole no one recognizing Shane, but because like I had said, that it seems unrealistic that no one would question who he was when he's been on the news as missing for 18 months. So I think that's the only reason, but I do love this. And like I said in the past, the ratings do not truly define how much I love these series. Just trying to be fair with some of how I grade the ratings that I have. But it does not take away from the series at all, I swear. So yeah, and as always, love to hear your thoughts on the series, what you liked and what you didn't like. And also, if you are enjoying this podcast, please give it a review. Let me know what you think. This has been That Missing Rockstar is My Husband. I am Megan, your host. This is my vertical obsession, and until next time.